Hey there, what's up guys, and welcome to the video on Genshin Impact. My name is Ventus. In this video guide, I'm going to give you my top team picks for Xiao for taking on domains and world bosses. Now, a quick disclaimer, this is a day one video of Xiao, and I do not claim to be an expert, and I'm sure that some of these methods will change in the coming days and weeks after Xiao is released with newly discovered metas or with other characters not currently in my possession. So if you have improvements on the information given in this video, please share it in the comments without being rude. The game doesn't exactly come with a step-by-step how-to guide, and I can only show you what I've discovered that works for me. Now with that being said, let's get on to the video. Xiao is an Anemo 5-star character that works really well with other Anemo characters. As of the making of this video, I only have 3 Anemo characters, that's the Traveler, Jean, and Sucrose. Having 2 Anemo characters on your team at one time gives you really good benefits for Xiao as far as elemental resonance goes. With 2 Anemo characters on your team, you get the following effects from Impetuous Wind's elemental resonance: decreased stamina consumption by 15%, increased movement speed by 10%, and shortened skill cooldown time by 15%. Using both Jean and Sucrose on Xiao's teams have major benefits. For instance, with Jean, you get the healing, and this to me is amazing. When Xiao uses his elemental burst, Bane of Evil, he will continually lose HP while dealing amazing damage, and without heals, this actually sucks. So popping Jean's burst, Dandelion Breeze, greatly mitigates this HP loss, almost making it non-existent in my book. What's cool about having these 2 on the same team is that they basically feed each other energy with every use of their elemental skill, so you get their elemental burst faster so you can use their burst more often. The third part of this team is Bennett. Bennett's burst, Fantastic Voyage, heals as well as buff damage, so add his burst into the combo and you're getting more healing, more damage. Finishing up this team is Albedo. The way that they made Xiao is unique. He deals a large part of his damage by utilizing plunge attacks. Plunging is when you are above your target and slam down on top of them. The higher Xiao is above his target when plunging, the more damage he does. Albedo is actually perfect for this because of his elemental skill, Solar Isotoma. It's designed to lift characters in the air so that they can actually execute plunge attacks. It's almost like they created these 2 characters to be a pair and work together on the same team more than any other character that you can put with Xiao. Now, if you don't have Albedo, Geo Traveler works just as well, but Geo Traveler makes rocks that you can climb on top of and plunge down on. It just won't work as fluid in combat. So if you wish for Albedo when you had a chance, you're in luck. Now, while I'm on the topic of plunge attacks, Xiao can go right into a plunge from his elemental skill. Like if you jump and use his elemental skill, you can go right into a plunge from that. The way that I like to use this team is with a lot of switching, from Jean to Xiao and Xiao to Jean, until their elemental skills are all on cooldown, but only after using Albedo to place down his Solar Isotoma. I actually start my fight with the Solar Isotoma so that Xiao can get to it easily and deal extra plunge damage after knocking a target down or back. Quick switches to Bennett every so often to use his elemental skill until he has his bursts ready to go, and then when finally Jean and Xiao also have their bursts ready, I pop all 3. Xiao going last because, like Razor, if you switch off of Xiao during his burst, he loses his transformation and goes back to normal. I usually go Bennett first, Jean second, and then Xiao. While Xiao is in his form, his jumping is greatly enhanced, and basically you have to turn him into like a human pogo stick, or an Adeptus pogo stick I guess in this case, jumping up and down on targets. With each landing Xiao does, mobs are knocked off their feet and will basically continue to be staggered until they either die or Xiao's burst wears off and you can no longer pogo. This is a great way to clear mobs and works very well on bosses. The second team comp I like to run with Xiao takes away Jean and adds Sucrose. Sucrose is probably the best support character in the game, and she is Anemo. So just like with Jean, having her on the same team as Xiao gets you the elemental resonance bonus. But unlike Jean, Sucrose is a catalyst user, and as such she gets the benefit of the thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, a weapon that increases the attack of the next character you switch to by 48%. This is actually fantastic for Xiao. Now, as with the first team, keep Bennett glued to Xiao's side. This is actually more important than ever because without Jean's help, Xiao's ability to heal is greatly decreased. Not so much that he will die when he uses his burst, but you're not as safe. Basically look at it like this. Using Sucrose instead of Jean, you're trading heals for more damage, and that's not to say that having Jean is lacking on damage because her burst does deal damage to enemies upon activation. However, using Sucrose on Xiao's teams makes him more lethal. Sucrose has the greatest swirl ability in the game next to Venti, so having Bennett on the team will give you a Pyro Swirl, and if you have full Viridescent on Sucrose, any target caught in the swirl will take 40% more damage to whatever element is infused in the swirl. It's because of that fact that I like to use this team to take on world bosses. Now in these examples, my Xiao is only level 65 and his weapon is level 50, and my world bosses are like level 80 or above, so one phasing Regis Vines might be a little out of reach right now, but you can clearly see what insane damage Xiao can do with the right team on these bosses. For the Cryo Regis Vine, I go with Amber for her burst. Once Bennett gets Cryo Regis Vine down, switch it to Sucrose, pop her burst, switch to Xiao so he gets the thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers buff, switch over to Amber, pop her burst, and then switch it to Bennett and launch his burst. Then finally back to Xiao, and as Cryo Regis Vine is taking damage from a flaming butterfly, start the Xiao Pogo stick, and this will quickly wear down this boss's health. And like I said earlier, if my Xiao and his weapon were stronger, I am like almost 99% sure this would be a one phase on the Cryo Regis Vine. On the Pyro Regis Vine, I like to use a similar setup, keeping Sucrose and Bennett, but trading out Amber for Qingqiu or Songchu, or I'm just going to call him Waterboy because I'm so sick and tired of getting roasted in the comments about not pronouncing this dude's name right, so Waterboy. This is actually one devastating combo, and in my opinion, more powerful than the Amber combo because of Waterboy's burst called Rain Cutter. Rain Cutter adds Hydro Swords to all attacks, thereby adding to Xiao's DPS, which is already ridiculous when he transforms and starts his Pogo. Now, it's worth mentioning here that the higher you jump, the more plunge damage you can get, though at the same time, the higher you go while fighting a downed Regis Vine wastes more time that the Regis Vine is disabled. So you kind of got to pick and choose what you want to do. The combo with Xingqiu or Waterboy works pretty much the same as with Amber. Pop Waterboy's burst and use him to down the Pyro Regis Vine. As soon as it goes down, switch over to Sucrose, pop her burst, quickly switch to Xiao to get the thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers buff, switch to Bennett, pop his burst, and then finally back to Xiao and transform and start pouncing. This works actually very amazing, and I can't wait to get my character stronger so I can probably one phase this thing. Now, if this video was helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, you can show me your thanks by hitting the thumbs up button. And if you like Genshin Impact and want to see more videos like this, subscribe to this channel with notifications on. And if you head down to the description of this video, you can find links to a few of the best guide videos I've made with characters that you most likely already have. Or you can check out the playlist that I've made for Genshin Impact over on my channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.